Hello everyone, thanks for joining in. Today we will cover network automation with Python script. So our task will be how to log in multiple nodes via Python script. Second task, how to configure multiple interface in multiple nodes. And last one, how to create multiple user ID in multiple nodes. So this will be our topology for today. This is our laptop and the management IP of router 1 will be 192.168.65.130. So this is the console of router 1. So let me show you what is the interface configuration. So here we can see on interface 1 by 0 IP address is 192.168.65.130 is configured via DHCP. So let's create the telnet. So command will be line bty 0 space 4 login local. Let's create one username and password. So command will be username. Username is Rahul. You want to give privilege 15 and password will be Baranwal. Okay. So last video we executed the telnet script, right? So let's optimize this script. So here we can see that we have given here manually single node management IP. So it will automatically take this management IP and it will put username as a Rahul, password as a Baranwal, and the command we have entered here that will show us the output. But upcoming script, what we will do, it will ask me the management IP of node, right? So suppose in our organization there are multiple nodes and we want to log in different nodes and want to get the output of command. So what we can do here, first we'll have to delete this manual management IP. Okay, here we'll have to create one variable. Let's take node underscore IP. That will signifies that this will be our management IP of the node equal to. Here we will use input function that we know that it allows the user to print something on the screen. After that we will start with bracket and then single inverted comma because this is will be our string. Then enter the management IP of node. Then we will close with single inverted comma and then bracket close. Okay, now this will be our variable. That's why we simple copy and will paste inside the telnet. So it will not be in single inverted comma because this will be our variable. Okay, now after that when we will run this script, it will first ask me the management IP of node and then it will ask me to enter the command that you want to see the output. Then it will copy the management IP of node from here and then it will put username, then password, and then terminal length is 0. And then here it will convert the command into ASCII mode. So as we know that we proceed with letter B when our word or we can say syntax is string, but when our syntax or we can say any word is variable, then it will be written with encode ASCII format to convert in ASCII format so that our router can understand all the script. And here we can see that we have written exit command, so it will go out from the console, and in the last second command we have written here print, so it will write all the command of yt from telnet till exit in the buffer memory. So it will read all the command and decode from ASCII to readable format. And last, this is a thanks command. So let's run this command. So we have already saved this file. Let me open that. Okay, this is the script. We will open cmd. So we can ping the router management IP first, so it should be pingable. Ping 192.168.65.130. Sorry. So it's pingable. That means we can run our script. So first we will take the path of our script, that is optimized telnet. So cd, after that our path will be desktop, and then we will write here python, and our file name is here. We can see once again that here node IP, enter the node IP. After that command output, we will write here the command that we want to see the output, and telnet node IP, and then username Rahul, password, terminal length 0, and then we are converting this command output into ASCII mode, and then this backslash n is our string, that's why we are proceeding with letter B. Then we will go out from the console mode, and then all the data of yt variable will be saved in buffer memory, and it will read all the data and just decode from ASCII mode to readable format. And this is the last thanks comment, or we can say enter comment. Okay, so we will run this script python, and our file name is optimized telnet. Let's copy the file name to avoid any mismatch. We'll paste and .py. So all the files saved in Python format. So hit enter. So here we can see that first it's asking me to enter the node IP. So we will enter our node management IP, that is 192.168.65.130. Now it's asking me to enter the command that you want to see the output. So I want to see the output of show IP interface brief command. So here we can see that the output we have received. So 192.168.65.130 is configured on G1 by 0, and this IP has taken via DHCP. Okay, so now we want to configure the loopback 10 in our router. So how can we do that? Here terminal length 0, right? After that we will go in the config mode. So to go in config mode, simple, we'll have to write yt.write. So config t is our string, so it will be proceed with letter B, and then just write config t and then backslash n to hit enter. Okay, now we want to configure interface loopback 10. So simple, we will proceed with interface loopback 10 and then backslash n. So this will be our string, that's why we are proceeding with letter B. Okay, after that we want to give IP address to loopback 10. So simple, here we will go IP address 10.10.10.10, and subnet mask will be 255.255.255.255. Okay, and then after will we will convert this RB variable into ASCII mode, and then hit enter, and then exit. Rest everything will be same. Okay, so we have already uh, created this script and saved. So we will go here, we can just match node IP, enter the command, it will take IP from here, username, password, config t, interface loopback 10, IP address, and then end. And means we will just come out from the config mode, and then it will convert this command into ASCII mode, and then exit, and it will save. Okay, so before running this script, let me show you that no loopback 10 is configured in the router. Okay, so let's run this script. So our path will be same as a desktop. So let's copy the file name here, that is single underscore interface underscore config. So we will go in cmd. So the command will be python our file name dot py. Okay, so we can see that first it's asking me the node IP. So node IP will be 192.168.65.130. Now it's asking me to enter the command that you want to see the output. So the command will be show IP interface brief. So we can see that in loopback 10 is configured here. We can see in the console as well. So IP interface brief. So loopback 10 is configured. Okay. Now Here we can see in this script that loopback 10 is configured manually, right? Now suppose our boss has given us one task that we need to configure loopback 10, 20, 30, 40 in router 1, and in router 2 we'll have to configure loopback 50, 60, 70, and in router 3 we'll have to configure loopback 100, 110, and 120. Okay, so how we can achieve that task? So we'll have to optimize this script so that it asks us to give the name of the interface that you want to configure and give the IP address, and last we'll also have to give the subnet mask as well, right? So what we will do here, like we have given here node IP, then enter the command. Similarly, we'll have to give one command here, interface, that will signify the interface name. Here we will use input command, then we will start with single noted comma because this is will be our string. Enter the interface name, such as we will start with big bracket loopback G2 by 0 or any other interface. Okay, after that we will close with single inverted comma and then bracket close. Now after that we'll have to give here IP address, IP equal to input bracket start single inverted comma, enter the IP address single inverted comma and then bracket close, and then subnet mask equal to input bracket start single inverted comma, enter the subnet mask colon single inverted comma and then bracket close. Okay, after that we'll have to delete these two command because this is not required now. Then after config mode we'll have to enter here yt dot write. Okay, after that, as we know that int is our variable, so we will write with encode ASCII and then single inverted comma bracket close. Here yt dot write, then first we'll have to write interface, and this will be our string, so we will start with letter B, then single inverted comma, and then interface there will be a single space. Okay, then single inverted comma close, then space, then plus sign. Okay, so after that interface we have given here the name of the interface, so this will be our variable int, then encode ASCII, then plus here B, then single inverted comma backslash n to enter, right? And then last bracket close. This will be our interface command, right? Then we'll do for IP address. First, here we will write IP address because IP address will be our string. There will be a single space. After that, we will write here IP address that we have given above. So IP is our variable. That's why we have written encode ASCII after IP, IP dot encode ASCII plus there will be a space. So we will use single inverted comma, then space, then single inverted comma, then plus subnet mask. This is our subnet mask, that is our variable. So we will write the same thing that we have written here. We will copy, just delete that first. There will be a confusion. So subnet mask dot encode dot ASCII, then plus here we'll have to write enter backslash n. So let's understand once again. In this script, we are importing telnet function from the telnet library. then we have given the management IP of the node, then we have entered here the command that we want to see the output. Then after that, here we have given the interface name that we want to configure. We have given the IP address that we want to configure inside the interface, and the subnet mask we have given. After that, it will take the IP from here. It will telnet, then it will take the username and password, and then it will go in config mode. In config mode, we have configured interface. We are proceeding with letter B because interface is a string, and then interface name that we have given here. So we are writing here in dot encode ASCII because int is a variable, then plus B. So slash n is our string, so that's why we are putting in single inverted comma and then bracket close. In the next line, we have written here IP address. So IP address is our string, that's why we are proceeding with letter B. So here there will be a space because between IP address and IP there will be a space. Okay, then IP.encode ASCII plus there will be a space between IP address and subnet mask, that's why we use this. After that, subnet mask dot encode ASCII plus B backslash n for enter. Then we can use one more thing here, no shutdown. No shutdown is our string, so that's why we are proceeding with letter B. Okay, then end, and the rest thing will be same. So we have already configured here, so we can see the command is same. Enter the node, enter the interface name, IP address, subnet mask, node IP, and then config interface encode ASCII and the subnet mask. Here everything is same. Okay, so we will run the same script. So here path will be same. Okay, so let's copy the file name here, multiple interface. Okay, the command will be python and then file name dot py. So first it will ask me the node management IP 192.168.65.130 to configure, to enter the loopback interface. So have you given loopback 20, IP address is 20.20.20, subnet mask is 255.255.255.255. After that, here we can see that loopback 20 is configured now. We can see in our console as well, loopback 20 is configured. But yeah, actually in our script, there is looking a bit complicated, right? So we can reduce this complication by, let me show you what we can do here. Okay, so we want to reduce this part. Okay, because there is confusion, might be we can skip some part, might be some space we can skip, might be like here we skip the bracket part, right? So script will not run. So to avoid that, we can do here, we will take one variable here. So suppose interface command will be our variable here. Okay, so first, as we know that interface command start with interface. Okay, so this will be our string, that's why we have written in single inverted comma, then there will be a space, then single inverted comma close, then plus. Okay, so then this will be our variable that we have given the name of the interface, then int, that's it. Then interface name we have given, but we want to hit enter now. So backslash n, but backslash n is our string, so that's why we will write it in string. It's done. Interface configuration is done. Now we will configure the IP address. So IP command, we have taken one variable equal to here. So as we know that command of IP address is IP address, then there will be a space, that's why we use space, then single inverted comma close. So here IP address will be our string plus the IP address we have given here, that will be IP. Okay, then plus. There will be a space between IP address and subnet mask, so we will use single inverted comma space single inverted comma with close, then plus, then after subnet mask we want to hit enter, then backslash n will be written in single inverted comma. Clear? Now, as we know that int cmd is the variable, right? So we'll have to delete this command and we will write here int cmd dot encode single inverted comma start ASCII to convert in ASCII mode. Now we'll do the same thing for IP address as well. This command is not needed. So IP underscore CMD will paste here. So this is the total script. So here there is chances to do mistake is very less. So this is our optimized interface script that we did before. So that's what we did here. We already saved this file. Okay. So let's run this script and get the output. So this time we will configure loopback 30, right? Because loopback 30 is not configured here. So our file name is saved as optimize interface. So let's copy and put here command python and our file name is optimize underscore interface dot py. So here we can see it will ask me first node IP, that is our 192.168.city5.130, and then interface that we want to configure, that is loopback 30. IP address is 30.30.30. Subnet mask will be 255.255.255.255, and here we can see loopback 30 is configured. We can see in our console as well is configured, right? Suppose in our organization there are multiple nodes, right? And in few nodes there is Takax credential is working, but in few nodes Takax is not working, but we log in via radius credentials. So we don't need here Rahul Baranwal statically. It will ask me to enter the username and password. So for that, what we can do here, similarly, this is not a difficult task. So like we have given enter the command here, we'll have to do the same thing, that here user equal to input, right, enter the username single inverted comma close bracket close. Similarly, for password we have to do the same thing, input and then bracket start single inverted comma, enter the password, then bracket close. Now these two command we don't need now. We'll have to simple convert user ID. Okay, this command will be same because we'll have to do enter right after applying the username. So user is our variable, so we will write encode ASCII, then plus here. Similarly, we'll have to write for password, that is pwd, encode ASCII plus password. So this command we don't need. Clear? So we have already saved here. So we can see that we are importing telnet from the telnet library. We will enter the node IP. Okay. After that, we are putting here username, then password, then interface name we are giving, then IP address, then subnet mask, then telnet. Then here, this is our user is a variable, so that's why we are writing here dot encode ASCII plus B backslash n, and this is the same for password as well, and rest everything will be same. Clear? So let's configure that. This is saved as optimized username, so let's copy the file name, optimize the username, and then copy the file name. Here we will go in cmd and then run the command python or file name .py. So here we can see that it's asking me to enter the node management IP 192.168.65.130. Our username is Rahul, password is Baranwal, and the interface we want to configure is loopback 40, and the IP address of loopback 40 will be 40.40.40.40, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.255. So here we can see that loopback 40 is configured now. Now our next task will be, suppose in our organization few new users joined, right? Now our boss is asking me to create two users on each router. Okay, so how we can achieve that? We will do this task via while functions. That part we already covered in the last lectures. So let's apply the same concept in our script. Okay, so that part we already covered. So let's change in this. So this will be same. Let's delete the interface part. Okay, we want to create the user ID and password. This will not be needed. Subnet mask, and here user password, this is needed. This is also not required. Okay, now here after password we have login the node via password. After that we will apply here while loop. Okay, then bracket will be start. Suppose we want to create two users, so here we'll have to give the number. So we have used the variable num equal to input bracket start single inverted comma, enter the number of user that you want to create, right? Then single inverted comma and then bracket close. Okay, now here inside while loop we'll have to use the keyword same num. If number is greater than 0, okay, then our statement is finished with colon. Then there will be a single space here, we'll have to keep in mind. Now we want to use the command yt.write config t. We will go in configuration mode, then we'll have to write username equal to input, enter the username of first guy. Okay, then single inverted comma and then bracket close. Now, or we can say username of guy. Now password equal to input, enter the password of person, we can say. This looks good. Enter the password of person, or we can say employee, password of employee that you want to create. And last privilege, what privilege you want to give, input, and then enter the privilege, then single inverted comma and then bracket close, right? So we can convert in, enter in E. It's not mandatory, but yeah, we can enter, so that all enter will be in capital. Okay, after that we'll have to configure here username command. So actually there will be a same space, so we have to keep in mind, else we will get a error here. Okay, after that we will write here command that will be yt dot write b, then username, as we know that the command of user creation. So command will be, let me show you, this will be the command. So runs include username, this will be the command username, then username that we want to create, then privilege, we will give privilege, after that password that we want to create. Okay, so we'll have to give here command b username, there will be a space here, then single inverted comma close, because this is our string, then plus, then username, this is our variable, so we will write with dot encode ASCII, and ASCII will be in single inverted comma. Okay, after that plus, after username there will be a privilege, but privilege will be start with letter B because this is a string, then here there will be a space, then single inverted comma. Okay, then plus, we will give privilege here, but here privilege is variable, so we will write with encode ASCII dot encode ASCII. Okay, then plus, there will be a space here, and then password will be start with letter B because this is our, will be our string, plus password with dot encode ASCII. Okay, dot ASCII, let me reduce the size so that all the letter comes in single line. Okay, password, and then last slash, and clear. After this line, num should be reduced by 1. If number, again it will check number is greater than 0 or not. If it's greater than 0, then again it will run the same script until it is equal to or less than 0. Okay, so this is the total script, but here we can optimize like we did before, that actually there is might be the chances we can do the mistake, so we can create the first username command here, that we don't need this all these things. Okay, one variable equal to command, as we know that will be written in single inverted comma because this is a string, space, single inverted comma close, plus there will be a username, this will be our variable, right? That's why it will not be in string, then plus there will be a space, plus password, sorry, after that it will come the privilege, the privilege is our string, so it will be written in single inverted comma, and there will be a space here, then plus here, this will be privilege, right? That is our variable. After that space, then password is our string. There will be a space here, then plus, and then password, then backslash n. Backslash n is our string, that's why it will be written in the single inverted comma. Now all these things are not needed now. Simple, what we will do here, we will write user underscore cmd dot encode single bracket single inverted comma ASCII and the single bracket close. So this will be our script. So here we can see that we can, there is very less chances of doing mistake with this script, right? So we have already saved this script with the name multiple underscore user. So we can check once again that we are importing telnet function from the telnet library. We are putting here node management IP. After that it will, after that we will enter username and then password. Now here we will enter how many users we want to create. We will give number. After that we will convert here. Sorry, I forgot here one thing, that we can't compare, actually this is variable, right? So we can't compare with an integer. So first we'll have to create this variable into integer. Okay, after that we will telnet that management IP, then it will take a username from here and then password. Now while function will start here, first it will check our number that we have given is greater than 0 or not. If it is, then it will go in config mode, and after that we have written here username that we want to create and then password and then privilege, and after that we have written here command of user creation. So user command, username that is our string, after that username that is our variable that we have written here, after that there will be a space, then privilege, here privilege after the space, then the privilege we have given here, then password, here there will be a space after password because this is our will, because this is our string, that's why it will be in single inverted comma, then password and then backslash n. Now we will convert this user cmd variable into ASCII mode. After that our number will be reduced by 1. Okay, now rest command is same. So let's run this script multiple underscore user name. So this is the file name. Let's copy and we will go in cmd. Okay, we will type the command python and file name dot py. Here we can see that it's asking me the node IP. So we will enter 192.168.65.130. Our username is Rahul. Password is Baranwal. We want to create only a one user. Now we want to create the username. Username will be RB and password will be YT and privilege will be 15. So here we can see in the console that the username and password is already configured, right? So we can try to telnet from here with the same IP, that we can verify this credential is working or not. So username is RB, password is YT. So this is working, right? So folks, this was the agenda for today. I hope you have learned something new. So till the next video, I am signing off. Take care.